Hello everyone. We are going to talk about the PhoneGap's native API, Device Location API. This is probably one of the most important APIs of an application. And you can see that most of our applications use this API. This location API can be added using PhoneGap plugins command. PhoneGap plugins add org.apache.cordova.geolocation. It is a bit different from the previous plugins, but you can add this plugin using this command. Again, as other plugins, this plugin is available only after device is ready, and it cannot be accessed before device has hooked up with all the native plugins. Now, this API will give us the device's location. Just like the other APIs, we have three functions inside this API: get current position, watch position, and clear watch. Get current position and watch position returns us the position object. The difference between these two functions is get current position is for one-time request and watch position is for continuous request. Both of these functions return us the position object. This position object contains latitude, longitude, altitude, accuracy, heading, speed, and timestamp. Again, for this API, I would recommend you to use physical device for accurate testing. If you don't have physical device, you can simulate the location inside your simulator and then check it. For further details, let's check what this plugin is about. This geolocation plugin provides information about the device's location identified with latitude and longitude. Most of the time, device gets this information from global positioning system or via network signals such as GSM or CDMA cellular IDs, Wi-Fi or Bluetooth MAC addresses. It's worth mentioning that in addition to GPS, there are many devices that also have the support for the GPS's competitor, that is GLONASS. The two positioning system add more precision to the location. In most scenarios, this plugin provides very accurate results, just like the heading and the device orientation and device motion plugins. That might differ depending on your location as well, whether you are outside or inside. The plugin provides one of the most valuable sources of information for application to manage data with. It can provide a user with location information or give the ability to search for various content located in the vicinity of the user. Just like if I want to find some good restaurants near me. Most modern devices, even the cheapest one nowadays, have the latest version of this in their operating system, and they usually have embedded GPS module inside. So it will work on all of the devices without any problem. Again, just like the other native APIs, this plugin defines a global navigator.geolocation object. And for all the platforms, this is common. We discussed that it has three functions: get current position, watch position, and clear watch. With this plugin, the best way would be the physical device, else I had said that simulator mocking is also possible. We can also pass options parameter to the get current position as well as watch position, and this options parameter contains two properties: enable high accuracy, which is a boolean value that is true if we want to get results with the highest possible precision in the data for the location, and timeout. Now, timeout is the maximum length of time in milliseconds that is allowed to pass from a call to return an update from the current location data. So that means that if I have already requested the data, and if it takes a certain amount of time, let's say 10 seconds, and if it fails to return within 10 seconds, then we'll invoke the error callback. Usually it is recommended for first time that it will take up to 120 seconds. This is because you may be inside a building, or probably you may be inside a remote location. So that's why it takes around 120 seconds. ClearWatch is again functioning just like the other APIs, is to stop watching for the location, and the position object that we get initially in the response has two properties, coords and timestamp. Coords contains all the information about our location, that is latitude, longitude, altitude accuracy, heading and speed. Timestamp is the time when the coords was created. So let's go and do the hands-on for the geolocation plugin. We will even try to integrate a map in it. In order to begin working with the PhoneGap native plugins device location API, we need to install the plugin first. For installing the plugin, we need to hit this command, PhoneGap plugin add org.apache.cordova.geolocation. It's a bit different from the other plugins, so we are going to install it in this way. Once the plugin is installed, we are going to go ahead and look at our config.xml to be doubly sure that the plugin is available. So yes, the plugin is available over here. And now we are going to go ahead to our index.html page. We are going to create a button, get location, and we are going to give the button a on-click handler with a function get location, and we are going to define this function inside our index.js. Again, since this API is available only after device ready, we are going to create a guard. This guard will be by default false. It's is device ready and will be set to true once the is device ready event is fired. Now, once this guard is set to true, we are going to use this device is not ready. If it's true, we are going to request for the location. If not, then we are just going to alert that device is not ready. Now, we have already said that the location API is available on navigator.geolocation. So navigator is a global object, and inside that object a geolocation property is created. This get current location function has two callbacks, success callback and error callback. Since we are not focusing much on error, we are just going to go ahead and say function error callback error alert there was an error. Now this is done. Let's define the success callback. Function success callback. This success callback gives us a data and in the form of position. Now, in order to access this, we have two properties inside position. One of them is coords and the other is timestamp. Let's get the access to all the properties first. We'll define a variable location information. We have got the latitude and longitude. We are now going to request height, altitude. We also have the altitude accuracy. And we can access it by altitude accuracy. We also have accuracy of latitude and longitude. We have speed. We have heading. And finally we have the timestamp. That is directly on position object. In fact, let us give it a new date. Let us format it properly. So this is our HTML. Let us go ahead and create a container for it. I'll get the document.getElement by ID, location information, and I'll say inner HTML equal to location information. So this should be working for us and giving us the details about latitude, longitude, accuracy, altitude accuracy, speed, heading, and the timestamp. Let's go ahead and check it on our device. Let's go ahead and execute it on our device. We'll just set the configuration for executing this application. We're going to select PhoneGap Cordova. We're going to select run in the command, platform as Android, and -- device. So let's go ahead and apply. OK. I'll start casting my phone. So here's my phone. I'll execute the application. I'll go ahead and download all the necessary packages that are needed for running this application. As you can see, our application has launched. We have a button, get location. I'll go ahead and click that button. Okay, it was my mistake. It was get current position instead of get current location. So I'll go ahead and update it. So there's one typo here, get current position, and there's another typo over here, that is navigator. Sorry, it went with the flow. I'll go ahead and execute this application again. I'll remove these alerts. So now since my device is requesting the information about location for the first time, it'll ask for a pop-up that I need to allow explicitly for this application to access my location. So I'll go ahead and execute the application. So here's the app, and I'll go ahead and click get location. And here we can see that we are getting the location. It's not giving us the heading currently, but yeah, it's giving us the location that may be accurate. Second, let's fix it. Now as you can see that our application has launched, I have requested get location, and upon requesting, within a few seconds I get all the details about latitude, longitude, accuracy, altitude and altitude accuracy, speed and heading, along with the timestamp. So let's check if the latitude and longitude provided by this service is correct or not. We are going to use map. Now let us go ahead and integrate the map in it so that we can check the location that we are getting is accurate or not. As you can see, I am in this Google Maps platform and it gives us the example how you can integrate the map. We have to add the script first. So I'll go ahead and copy this script. So I'll copy the script inside my index.html. This script inside my HTML. I'll go ahead and create a container div. So the div is having an ID map. So I'll go ahead and create it quickly. This is created. Now as you can see that I have to integrate my API key. So I'll go ahead and add my API key. I'll go ahead and paste my key over here. And that's pretty much it. So now let me go ahead and go to the JavaScript file. This is where we are getting the location. Get location, where we are requesting the location. We are getting the lat long over here in the success callback. Now what we need to do is we need to pass latitude and longitude in an object. So I'll go ahead and create the similar object inside the success callback. I'll replace this with position.coords.lat and position.coords.longitude. So I've created my object. The next thing that we need to do is create a maps request for a maps object and pass the element in which you want to render it. And after that you need to create a marker. Again, it's a part of Google Maps API, and you can give the marker the position and provide it the map on which the marker needs to be provided. So I'll go ahead and create the map first, where map equal to new google.maps.maps. It's a function, and inside it you need to pass parameters document.get element by id, and the id of the element in which we want to render is maps. Sorry, I think it's map here. Let me check it once. Yeah, it's map. So after that you need to pass the object configuration, where you need to say zoom level and set it to 4, and my coordinates in lat long formats. Lat long. So here I have passed the configuration. Now I'll go ahead and create a marker, where marker equal to new google.maps.marker. And inside this function we need to pass an object where position is my lat long, and we need to pass the map on which we need to place the marker, and we need to add a title. So this is pretty much it, and this shall render the map for you, and that's it. Let's go ahead and check on our device if we can get the map itself. So I'll go ahead and connect my device. So here's my device. I'll go ahead and execute the application. So here's my application that has launched. I'll go ahead and request for get location. Now, since we are requesting for an external resource in our index.html, that is https colon forward slash maps.googleapis.com. This is an external domain, and because of security reason it is blocked by PhoneGap by default. For that, you need to install a plugin to enable the loading of external resource, that is Cordova plugin whitelist. So whitelisting is a technique by which you can load external resources or probably tell PhoneGap that it's okay to load resources from this domain or this URL. So we're going to add this plugin, and this plugin should be available in our config.xml here. And then I'm going to paste few of the whitelisting URLs for Google API. So only thing you need to paste over here is for Google API is these 5 lines. So this will be allowing every URL to be loaded inside your PhoneGap application. So one of our main APIs is maps.googleapis.com. So this one would be the main API, and these are the internal URLs that are being used inside the API as well. So ask you to paste all of these URLs inside your PhoneGap application config.xml. This is whitelisting. It is an access tag which has an attribute named origin, and then you can specify what domains you are going to allow inside it, and are you allowing subdomains as well. So once you have done this, I've made a change as well in the way the script is loaded. I've made it more asynchronous. So what I've done is on device ready, I've gone ahead and called load maps API. Okay, this is going to go ahead and dynamically create a script tag for me, assign a script tag type and the src, and append it to the document. So once this is done, we are then going to go ahead and check if our application is working or not. And there's one typo correction as well in google.maps.map, where we are creating the map first. It is not maps, it is map right now. So let's go ahead and check if the application is showing correct location or not. I'll go ahead and hit execute. So here is it. Here the app is showing over here, my map div, where the map is supposed to show. I'll click get location, and it comes up with the location information. And if I go ahead and check just roughly if my location is correct or not, yes, it's quite correct. It's also quite accurate as well. So it's very precise right now. So this is all about the location API. You can try yourself for the watch position as well as the clear watch. It is similar to device orientation and device motion API. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.